11:59. The city holds its breath. One more minute of the woman everybody thinks they know. Then midnight comes. She walks beneath the streetlights with her head a little low, carrying every expectation that they told her she should know. She learned to keep her silence, she learned to play the part, but there's something underneath her, waiting in the dark. The clock begins its countdown, the shadows start to rise. She looks into the window and doesn't recognize the eyes. 1 second before midnight, she leaves the fear behind. The person they expected disappears into the night. When the clock strikes 12, the girl disappears. The witching hour calls and I have nothing left to fear. When the clock strikes 12, the night becomes my kingdom. I was hiding in the darkness, now the darkness is where I belong. Is where I belong. She walks through empty streets like she owns the midnight air. No more asking for permission, no more living scared. Every whispered judgment turns to echoes in the rain. Every label they once gave her loses meaning once again. The moon becomes a spotlight, the skyline starts to glow, and every step she takes tonight is somewhere new to go. The clock has stopped its warning, the chains have lost their hold. The woman in the mirror is finally taking control. When the clock strikes 12, the girl disappears. The witching hour calls and I have nothing left to fear. When the clock strikes 12, the night becomes my kingdom. I was hiding in the darkness, now the darkness is where I Maybe the witch was never evil. Maybe she was never there. Maybe she was just a part of me that finally learned to care. For every dream they silenced, for every word I couldn't say, for every time I made myself smaller. Tonight I take my space. Midnight, let the bells ring. Midnight, let the shadows fall. Midnight, I don't need their permission. when the clock strikes 12. The night becomes my kingdom. I don't hide from the darkness, I become the light within. When the clock strikes 12, when the clock strikes 12, when the clock strikes 12, let every shadow know the woman they tried to silence is finally letting herself show. The clock strikes 1. She keeps walking. The city goes quiet, but she doesn't. The witching hour is over, but she's still awake. But she's still